So what I'm going to do now is we'll talk about basically everything that we've learned about TBC from everything that went on over BlizzCon this weekend. We started off this weekend by having a pre-show of BlizzCon on our vodcast, I guess you could say, yesterday, the World of Warcraft, where we posed a list of questions that we wanted answered over this weekend. And most of them, almost all of them, have been answered. Some of them have not been, but a lot of them have been answered. So we'll just go over what we know so far about TBC and what we still need to know. There's also points that were brought up that we didn't even think about. Okay, I'm going to turn that off for the time being. Yeah. When we started, we asked a bunch of these questions. So the release of TBC, we don't know. My best guess is it's probably going to be in about 5 or 6 months. Probably sometime around June, I'm guessing. Is that 5 or 6 months? It's about 4 months. So 4 to 5 months away, I think, is roughly my guess. Let's see, data. These are the same question. How do I have the same question? Anyways, data beta, we have no idea. It's got to be soon. Sound alerts? No, I'm turning it off, guys, just while I'm doing this. We'll turn it back on when I go back into the game. Let's see. Data beta, it's got to be soon. I'm guessing probably in a month would be our first beta, month and a half maybe. So we're probably looking at beta in late March, early April, maybe something like that. I don't think there's a lot of stuff that they need to beta test, honestly. They've got all the data. They know what the bosses and all. They've already got all that stuff saved. They confirmed all of that first when they announced Classic, that they had all these patches dating back until then. So they don't really have to test anything. I think the majority of the testing is going to be stress testing. People being in the same area and stuff like that. I think that's going to be the overwhelming majority of the testing that they're doing. People can run around and level up and all that sort of stuff. Just make sure things are working. But I think it's majority of it's going to be stress testing. You've got to they will release August to November. Do you think it's going to be that late? I don't think it's going to be that late, man. I don't think it's going to be August to November. That's a little long. Initially, when Classic came out, I thought TBC was going to come out in August or September of this year. I think it's going to be a little bit earlier than that now. Let's see here. Is there going to be a pre-patch? Yes, they did confirm that there's going to be a pre-patch. They also confirmed that there's going to be boosting and races with new classes. So boosting, and they will allow during the pre-patch the new races and the new classes. And I do not believe, I think I've confirmed this actually, that was not how it was done in original TBC. You had to wait till TBC launched for the new classes to be available. They are actually going to allow you to have the new classes at pre-patch. So it'll be interesting to see how long pre-patch is. It will probably be at least 2 weeks, maybe as long as a month, but it's going to be at least 2 weeks. So people have a chance to really kind of get their character leveled up, save up that gold, and pay for people to boost their characters through Mordon. Fuck. You're going to have people, as soon as the pre-patch starts. Tuna, thank you, man, for the raid. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We're just kind of going over. We just went over the Mr. GM interview. All of you guys that are here, we just went over the Mr. GM interview. I will be posting my reaction to the interview after Mr. GM has actually posted his video to the internet. We're going to sit here and wait on it. But thank you very much for the raid, Tuna. I appreciate that, man. Welcome, everyone, from Tuna's raid. It's a Tuna party in here, it looks like. But now, Tuna and everybody else that's joining us, we're just kind of going over what we've learned as kind of one final thing for TBC. So we're just kind of starting on that. So we know that there's going to be a pre-patch. Yes, there will be boosting, level 58. We'll put that in there. Level 58 boosting and races with new classes will be available to play, but not to boost. There. So you'll be able to play the new races and classes in the pre-patch. We don't know how far in advance the pre-patch is. Probably 2 weeks. I'm guessing 2 weeks, maybe up closer to a month. Have to purchase a boost. Must purchase boost. Only one per account. That's a good point. So you can only purchase one per account. So I can only purchase 4. It's okay, Alodar. I'm a. What do you mean, boomer too? That would be. You're spelling two as though it means also, and that would mean that you're suggesting that I'm a boomer, John Mann. Are you suggesting that I'm a boomer as well? Come on, man. I'm only 27. The woman said you get one per. The woman said you only get one per account. What is paid is copying characters. Oh, you get a free one? Is that what it is? You get a free one. I think it was free, actually, right? You get one free one per account. Must purchase. It's a free boost, right? Am I 27? Do I look 27 to you? Please feel free to say yes. Is it free or not free? I'm hearing conflicting, like, it's a paid boost. Okay. You don't what? Accounts that never got to 60 on Classic get what? Accounts that got so accounts that so they're giving people that didn't put in the work a free boost, but the rest of us that are paid and actually played up to 60 don't get one? Wow. That's all right. Anyway, so phases, we know that there's 5 phases. Right now, but they did mention during this interview that they are open to adjusting that based on community feedback. They also mentioned that they're going to start the PvP season right from the very beginning, I believe, right? Which is good. Otherwise, the gearing was all going to be screwed up. But Aloe free boost for people who didn't get to 60 is confirmed. That's weird. Why are they giving people who didn't get to 60 a free boost, but the rest of us that have been paying for 4 accounts, by the way, don't get any? I've got to pay for my characters to get boosted. Even though I've been paying for 4 accounts since launch. But somebody who played the game for 2 weeks, got to level 30, and hasn't been paying a dime, suddenly they get a free boost. I don't even I get no reward for paying for 4 accounts for the last year and a half. But some guy who it's what was that? I didn't think it was free. Is it a free boost for the person that? Is it a free boost for the person who's coming back to the game that didn't get to 60? That's the question. Is it a free boost for it's paid for everyone. Okay, that makes more sense. It's a paid no. So here's the answer. No, it's paid for everyone. Fellerin, what did oh, you're saying that they didn't. Papa Tuna is here. How's it going, sir? Papa Tuna is Tuna Tornado's father. It was nice when I got to meet Papa Tuna at Blizzcon because there was somebody else my age there. So it's paid for everyone. Yeah. Why would they give people it for free? I think we would have heard a much bigger uproar over this if they gave people who quit the game early a boost and not everybody else. There would have been an uproar. So that can't be correct. Should be no boost. I agree. There should not be a boost. I'm not a fan of the boost, but they make a point though. There would probably be more people playing TBC. I'll use our stream's good friend Supatees. He's still only like level 30 in game, and he's struggling to get to 60 because he wants to play TBC. But he's probably gonna have to force himself to get to 60 or something like that. Now that there's a boost, he'll actually boost his character and then be able to play TBC. There is going to be a lot of people who are just going to pay for the boost and be able to play TBC, who would probably just say, forget it, I'm not leveling. I'm not doing this. I think you're being trolled. I saw nothing but free boost. Yeah, no, we've confirmed it's a paid boost for everyone. Let's see, paid service. Also, another reason why they'll probably just have people pay is because people will just pay for the boost rather than have to go and pay bots, right? It puts money in Blizzard's account rather than bots' account. If you, so that's another reason they're bringing it in. Did you see Kevin Jordan's reaction to the boost? No, I did not. I cannot imagine. Did he just outright call them out and say this is a money grab? I imagine that he probably did. I haven't seen any of Kevin Jordan's streams in the last. Oh, is this it here? Oh my God, here. Hold on, let's see what. Hold on, this is. I love Kevin. Man.
There's a lot of my friends, for example, who maybe didn't really play Classic when it first came out, right? And so now they're behind, and they're interested in playing the Burning Crusade. This was, for a lot of people, their favorite expansion that we've done. We want to make sure that those people are served too. And one of the ways we could do that is provide a boost to people who are interested in coming back that maybe aren't interested in doing the classic WoW experience but really want to hop right into Outland.
He's smiling.
Yeah, so the team, we spent quite a bit of time discussing it because we want to make sure we respect the time of the people that have been playing Classic for 2 years. But also, we want people to be able to enjoy Burning Crusade if they loved it the first time and maybe missed Classic. So we are going to offer a level 58 boost for purchase, but it does come with some restrictions. So it's going to be 1 per account. It's not going to be usable on Blood Elf or Draenei. It'll have some dungeon blues. It'll have level 40 mount skill, no professions. It's the basics, basically your Outland starting kit.
Let's go. That's a really great way to jump into the game for
sure.
Yeah, I like that. I'll be looking forward to that.
Curb your boosting. That is hilarious, actually. That is hilarious. Oh my God. And he didn't, the way he reacted, it was just like knows exactly why they're. Anyways. Can't learn the class properly if you boost unless you're a pro. Look at that old Chad. Kevin Jordan is awesome, man. I love Kevin Jordan. I love going in there and like asking him why my warlock never got a heal. Like it's just stupid questions. Every time I go in there, that's the one thing I bring up. Why did I not get a heal on my warlock? Phase 5, we already starting patch 2.4.3. That's not much of a surprise, although I know a lot of people are hoping that they came out with all the patches in order since we know they have copies of it, but that would entail them spending more money, so we're not, fresh TBC realms, that's a flat out no, it looks like. Flat out no for fresh TBC realms, at least for, the foreseeable future. Yeah, people getting Yeah, who was it that said that you need to learn can't learn a class properly if you boost unless you're a pro? People getting boosted through dungeons doesn't teach how to play your class either. This is a very good point. Very good point. I wish they would just outright nerf it. Outright nerf boosting in dungeons. Like what could you do? Maybe only be able to do the dungeon once per hour? Like, is that an answer? Twice an hour, maybe? I don't know. Fresh Classic Realms, they said no, but they would think about it sometime after the launch of TBC. So we were talking about this during the video, during Mr. GM's video. I don't think that you will see fresh servers of any type for at least a year. I don't think TBC is coming out for another 4 to 5 months at least, and I don't see them coming with fresh servers after that for at least another 6 months after TBC's launch. So you're looking at least a year, I think, for any sorts of fresh servers, whether it's TBC or vanilla. So people who leveled their character can't play them correctly either. That's true. People who don't penalize us doing legit dungeon or first boss grinds. You can do the dungeon just once an hour, dude. Why not just once an hour? You weren't able to get everything done the first time. Maybe twice an hour. Why do you need to go back into a dungeon to do it more than twice if you're not getting boosted? Honestly. Dungeon boosting better than paid boost though. Man, I don't like. I don't know, man. Half expect if a max level character isn't half XP if a max level character. Well, we were talking about this when we were talking about the issue with bots. I think that if your character, if you have somebody in your group that is higher than the level of the instance, you should get 0 XP. Absolutely 0 XP. That would solve the dungeon boosting immediately. So 0 XP if you have somebody in your group that is higher than the level that the instance is intended for. So if you've got like a level, whatever, 40 in your Wailing Caverns group, you get no XP. None. So that would be my response to that. Let's see. Starting patch, we went through that. Fresh TBC Realms, I said no. Fresh Classic, no. Transferring characters to continue Classic Realms. Yes, it's called cloning. We already went over this, though. I don't think cloned servers or servers with cloned characters on them are going to be busy. I think they're going to be absolutely dead. I think unless you're on a server that is extremely populated right now, the overwhelming majority of people are going to TBC. Some of those people, just for the hell of it, like I might clone one of my characters just to have one character there. But this is the paid service, though, is it not? The cloning? This is actually the paid service. So first of all, you have to ask people to pay for it, right? And how many people are going to pay for all of their characters to be transferred to a cloned realm? Probably not many. Is cloning free? I don't think cloning's is it free? No, I think, yeah, that's what I mean. You get your choice to going either TBC or the Classic Era server, right? If you go to the Classic Era server, you're not cloning your character. You're actually physically transferring your character there. But if you want to clone it so it's on both, then it costs money. So cloning your character to take it to TBC costs money. Cloning your character so you have it on both TBC and Classic Era is going to cost money. Transferring your character to the Classic Era server and not having it available to TBC is free, but cloning is paid. So there is that difference. And once you take it to the Classic Era server, you can't take it back either. Like you can't then take it to Classic Era and then go on to TBC later on. But if you decide, like, say I've got my rank 14 mage and I'm like, oh, I want to take that to Classic Era, but I also want to take it to TBC, I've got to clone it. I've got to actually pay to clone it. So it's probably going to be like $25 or something to do that. You know, $20-25 or something like that. And then I'm able to play both on both servers. I don't think many people are going to take that. And of the people that do, I don't think many of the people are actually going to be that active. So you're going to have these cloned servers. So remember we were talking earlier, people were saying, oh, they don't have fresh servers because it costs too much money. That's a little bullshit because they're coming up with 40. There's 40 servers now. They're coming up with another 40 cloned servers. So there's going to be a total of 80 classic servers, whether it's TBC or Classic Era servers. There's going to be 80 of these servers suddenly. And the clone ones, I mean, what's the difference between cloned or fresh? Probably nothing as far as cost. So they're going to have, you're going to be able to transfer or clone your character there. That's going to cost you money. But how many people are on these servers are actually going to do that and then continue to play? You're going to have servers that have like medium population right now that will have nobody playing on the clone version of it, like very few people. You'll be lucky if you can get guilds that have raids, honestly. Like, unless you're on a really heavily populated server now, you will not, like, or you're on a low pop server where your entire guild has already agreed, yes, we're going to go to this, we're going to all clone and go to this server. Then you might be able to make it work. But you're going to have servers like Fairlina that are high population now that are maybe going to be medium population, probably not even medium population on the clone server, probably low pop. Elysium will be booming. I don't know what this Elysium is that you're talking about, but I agree with you. It probably will be booming. Same as whatever Lightbringer is. I don't know what Lightbringer is. You know, I don't know what these servers are, but they probably will be booming. You're right. Let's see. Either way, either direct will cost when it comes to cloning. Freely decide to transfer to either era servers or keep. Yeah, you can freely decide, but if you want to do both, it's going to cost you money. Do we get honor points with the pre-patch? You can purchase R14 gear. Yes, that is something that you can do, Icefall. So for a couple of weeks before TBC comes out, you can grind the shit out of BGs. And then when TBC launches, you can then go buy all the rank 14 gear that you want. Every server will be Heartseeker Horde. It's gonna be dead. It's gonna be dead. You're gonna have a lot of these servers, these cloned classic era servers, are gonna have hardly any people on it. That's just you see it with dead servers today. The problem is once server, I believe that once a server gets past a certain population or under a certain population point, it starts to snowball out of control. Where once it gets to a point where there's less people, a little amount of people, it snowballs out of control where more and more people start leaving the server and transferring off or quitting the game because the server's dead. We saw it on Heartseeker. It's happened on other servers as well. And these classic era servers, they're going to have so few people playing on it. It's within months, it's going to be like a barren wasteland. Like there's going to be nobody there. It'll be interesting for someone to make a video on these servers, 6 months after they launch. I think I'm done with. Well, Jay, they did say that they would be interested in having fresh. They would talk about having fresh servers after the launch, but not at the same time as launch. That's understandable. As much as I really wanted to have it happen, I was pretty sure they wouldn't do it at the same time. But they did leave open the idea of them having fresh servers down the road. So, game will be almost as dead as retail. They will be, but for now you want to play TBC first. Yes, exactly. Have they ever merged a few low pop servers? I don't know if they have Macromaster. I don't know of any offhand. So for all low pop players wanting to clone, pay realm transfer to high pop realm, then pay for, yes. So, yeah. So if you're on a low population server right now, you're going to have to pay to transfer your character off so that you can be on a high pop server to then be able to play on a relatively low population server, classic era server. But if you're on a low pop server right now, you're going to have a no pop classic era server. That's the sad thing. And then you're probably going to have to pay to transfer off there to go to another server. Let's see. But Alodar, yeah, Jay. If you're done with Blizzard, I'll just kill the character off now. But Alodar, I honestly think it's another 5 to 6 months. Yeah, I agree, Bobby. I think it's going to be at least another 4 to 6 months before TBC, and then at least 6 months after that before there's any talk of Classic Fresh or TBC Fresh. So we're looking at least a year from now, guys. Phase 6, by the let's see, soon. Can't they merge all the clone servers into one big server? They probably could, but then you're going to have an argument as to who gets what, who gets that name. If I'm on a low pop classic era server with the name Alodar, and there's some other guy with the name Alodar on this other server, and we merge onto the same server, who gets to keep the name Alodar? Probably the other guy. And to be honest, I don't know. Yeah, easy. The other guy gets it, of course. All right, so let's continue on and finish this up. Transferring characters to the realm. Did we mention that? Yes. Gold limit. There is no gold limit. They have confirmed that they will not put any gold restrictions on. So those people that have 200,000 gold that they're buying gear with now, you're gonna have people going into TBC with hundreds of thousands of gold. So let's see.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Josh, dude, what's up, man? Josh, I've got to watch your podcast still. Where is it? For those of you that don't know Josh Corbet, you should. He is the person who does Countdown to Classic, or it was called Countdown to Classic. He's now doing his podcast for Burning Crusade. So I'm glad to see that you're doing that again, Josh. Josh and I met each other. What was the name of the hotel? I can't remember the name of the hotel, but Josh Corbett and I met at BlizzCon a couple of years ago. So nice to see that you're streaming again. I saw a few minutes of your stream just before I was heading out. A couple of days ago? Yesterday. I think it was yesterday, actually. After I stopped streaming, I was watching your stream for a little bit. I was supposed to be going to the gym, but I sat down and I started watching streams. Yours was one of the stream. The Marriott, that's right. The Marriott. I was walking through the Marriott and Josh yelled out Alodar, and I turned around. There he was. The man, the myth, the legend himself. So hopefully, next BlizzCon, Josh, maybe you'll be able to come up again as well. So we only had a brief encounter. So yeah, rip Jim. I know. I'm supposed to be going every day, guys. I'm trying. I went 4 times this week. We're going to try for 5 this next week, okay? And we're going to try and include a little bit of cardio as well. If we get back, we'll have a drink. At least 1 or 2 drinks. At least. For these boosts, do you think they will release more servers for TBC and not allow transfers there? I don't think they're releasing any more servers, man, at all. Supatees is here. He's made his hold on. I'm gonna put this back up here. Supatees has made his he's now in chat, guys. We talked about Supatees earlier, specifically when we were talking about these boosts. That our good friend of the stream, Supatees, is finally gonna be able to get to 60. Finally, he's gonna be able to get to 60. So funny. So funny that you're now actually here. All right, so let's see. Blizzard services like tokens or level 58 character boosting. That's something that they did mention. There are no tokens, so that's good. No tokens yet. Cannot boost new faction classes or Draenei. Actually, it's not the faction classes; it's the faction races. So you can't boost you can't boost a blood elf, whatever, rogue or anything like that either. So you can't boost the races, is what they said, not the classes. Confirming we'll eventually be going to Wrath of the Lich King. They kind of confirmed that, didn't they? I think that was a slip. I think that was a slip when she said that any further expansions. Say soon. I didn't say anything about tokens. Yeah, Supatees, I think you're going to get stuck at 59. Will you actually get to 60? Do you think you'll actually get to 70 in TBC, Supatees? Are you actually going to get to 70 in Burning Crusade? I think that you now that you can see the finish line, I think you will actually get to 70. I think you will actually get to 70 now that you can see a finish line. Whereas in Classic, it was just like, why am I doing this? Confirming we will eventually be going to Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, we talked about that. Server merges. They didn't say anything. I am pretty positive that they will not. Actually, not confirmed. No. We're going to change that. No server merges. They basically said all servers are going to TBC. So we're gonna say no to server mages. Bots. This is the one thing that we talked about yesterday that I really wanted brought up, and it wasn't brought up the entire weekend. Nothing on bots and how they're gonna fix it. However, people are gonna be 70 with epic mounts within day one. Oh, easily. Day one, you're gonna have people with epic. Epic. You know what you will have? I not only will you have level 70s with epic flying mounts, you'll have level 70 Draenei and Blood Elves at level 70 day one with epic flying mounts, because people are going to be paying to have them boosted through dungeons and stuff like that in whatever pre-patch we have. So if the pre-patch is only like a week long, I guarantee you'll have enough people that are max level, and then also get to level 70 end of day one. You're going to have Blood Elf and Draenei level 70s with epic flying mounts. Wasn't flying capped with rep in TBC? I don't think so. I think it was just straight gold, wasn't it? What do I think? Bush's TV, we talked about this earlier. What do I think will happen in Classic Era servers? They will be dead. I honestly believe, I know there's people that have told me that they're going to be cloning a couple of their characters. I just don't think there's going to be enough people playing them to make them interesting. I think they're going to be completely dead unless you have entire guilds that decide, hey, we're going to stick with Classic Era. But I think the Classic Era servers are going to be, for the most part, dead. Sounds like anyone offering free boosts. Yeah. Is the pre-patch where they will reduce the XP requirements for 1 to 60? I don't think I heard anything about them reducing the XP requirements for 1 to 60 at all. In fact, I want to say in original TBC, it wasn't until, although by 2.4.3 it would have been in. So maybe it would be in by then, yeah. But I believe in original TBC there was no XP boost until some point into TBC, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. So they said okay, so it was 2.3. So it was a significant part of the way into TBC where they finally said, okay, the XP rates will be increased. So there you go, Super Tees. You'll be able to level your character even faster if you don't want to pay the money. Mounts at level 30, yes. They did mention that. I put that in here somewhere. Yeah, mounts at level 30. So we'll get to that in a moment. Let's see. Server transfers, launch layering. We're going to assume that there's going to be a layering. They briefly mentioned, they're going to be testing things, server upgrades, all this other stuff. But they also kind of hinted at dynamic respawns as well. I don't really see the point of Classic Era servers. No one will be on those servers enough to do anything. I agree with you, Atran, but there are people that are going to do it. So mounts at 30. Why? Because in 2.4.3 mounts, you could get your mounts at level 30. In Burning Crusade, you got your first mount at level 30. Nobody cares about being stuck in P6 forever. It's the fresh journey that I guess maybe they also want to give those guilds that have not yet cleared Nax the opportunity to actually do so. I would say that if you haven't cleared Nax by now, your guild is probably paying a shit ton of gold. Or the problem is they're not paying enough gold. That's why they're not getting through. Alodar Phase 6 is just bad. A mage can surprise me with Palm Pyro and take off 80% of my life in one instant attack. They could, yeah. If you haven't cleared it by now, you're not trying. There's guilds out there that have not cleared Nax yet, man. Not everyone's going to clear Nax. You could still clear Nax at level 70. You could, yes. You could, but I guess, people would probably want to maybe say that they were able to do it at level 60, right? Let's finish off here, guys. Separate launch dates around the world. They never mentioned that. Never mentioned a launch date. Burning Supatis, are you still here? Are you able to answer this for us? Or are you going to give us the even if I knew I couldn't tell you answer? Sometimes when I ask Supatese questions, if he's still here, I don't even, he pops in and then says something. Are you still here, man? I don't think he's still here. I think he's gone. Anyways, this is the question I would like to know, but I'm assuming that they probably will have arena tournaments. Hopefully they do. When can we level Blood Elves and Draenei? Pre-patch. They mentioned pre-patch scaling up difficulty. Yes, they did confirm that some bosses are going to be left unnerfed. So that's good to know. Totally. Okay, you are still here. Are you allowed to mention, if you knew, which I don't know if you do, but if you knew, are you able to even talk about right now if there's going to be tournaments? Or can you say that I'm assuming that there would be, or can you not say anything at all? Anyways, I'm hoping that there would be Burning Crusade arena tournaments. Difficulty faction balancing. So paladins are getting the balance. Both of them are getting each other's seals at 70, which is a good thing. They're not doing any racial balancing. Other than that, though, so Horde is still going to be probably more popular. But at least this is a start. Because you had a flood of people that were saying that they're going to go Horde. You don't actually know. Okay. So when Supatese says he doesn't actually know, what he actually means is, I might know, but I can't tell you. And I have to say that I don't actually know. I'm just kidding. He doesn't actually know. So, but let's hope that there is. Will batching be removed for Fresh Classic? I believe they hinted that it would remain removed if they had Fresh Classic. We don't know when Fresh Classic is going to be announced, so let's see. And let's see, we'll go with harder bosses. We already talked about that, and mounting available at level 30. So that's, I think, is there anything else that we haven't covered that we is there anything else that they covered that we haven't put down on our list here, guys? I think that's everything you need to know. Everything that is known so far about TBC, I think. I think we've actually got it all down here. Nothing, anything else, guys? Is there anything that we're missing? I think we've pretty much gone over everything here, so. Anyways, we're going to end it there. End this video here anyways. And then I'll continue on streaming. I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want me to do on stream? Is there anything interesting you guys want me to do on stream? Other than get killed? I think that's pretty much everything so far. Anyways, we're going to leave it at that point here. And I'll save this video for a clip.